Hello, 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 everybody. I am your androgynous android late night DJ, Caster.
And I am your amazing agender avian co-host, Ravi the Owl.
And this is the Neoncaster Twitch channel, here with a very spooky episode of Cold Cases, our series where we play a variety of indie, retro, and otherwise mysterious mystery games. Last week I put together a taster selection from Steam Next Fest. I apologize, but we are no. It was good to go and try some new games and see what they were about. It just so happened that the ones that I picked were not quite as cutting edge as maybe we had have hoped, but that's okay.
That's fine, because today is guided by me and my superior taste and judgment.
Indeed! I fully place trust in your selection, although there is one of the games that I had queued up last week but didn't get around to. I did want to show off, but we'll do that second, because I want to make sure that you get the opportunity to go and see the game you have on offer today. How are you doing, Rafi? How you been?
Oh, I am doing okay. A little low energy today, I think. Part of that is, of course, due to the autumnal chills. Things, it's a good time to be getting cozy, a good time to get a blanket, and not the number one time to be going like, "Hey guys, let's kill it!"
What's up, gamers? It's your boy.
What is going on, gamers? Wow, today we've got another excellent episode here for you. But I'm still delighted to be here.
Good. I'm doing all right. It's been convention season is rapidly approaching, so I've been working really hard in getting all my bits and pieces together. A funny story, and then I will stop flapping my gums and we'll do the thing. One of the things that was on my to-do list was to get a bunch of Magic the Gathering tokens printed for me to sell at conventions, because those are the times that I've really been pulling out the stops on my Illustrator skills. I'm quite proud of them, actually. But the service that I use to print them in proper card game quality, people use very regularly for Magic the Gathering proxies. And it's a pretty kind of I guess, accepted environment to do so, as long as you specifically mark that they are proxies and not trying to pass off as the real thing. They'll usually reject orders if the back is the exact same as a real Magic card, or if a really recognizable IP is on it, so they won't print Pokemon cards.
Sure.
And so I placed my order of the tokens that I know that I would be selling, and then a handful of tokens that would be used in Magic the Gathering for my partner and Tom, friend of the channel, and for myself. And some of those reference some video game characters on those latter ones. So I'm but I've done all the checks and balances to make sure that nobody's going to say that, oh, this is copyrighted material. I do it before work and feel really proud of myself as I go in, being I got up early to get this off my to-do list. I'm starting the day strong. Sit at my desk. I immediately receive an email that says, "We looked at your order and we've suspended it from printing because you've used some IP. We suspect that you've been using some IPs in your print." And I'm oh no. No. Scroll down the email. We're taking a screenshot of the parts that we think that you have used IP on. And wouldn't you know it, it's actually
leaning forward in my chair.
It's actually the artwork that I did for City of Espers, the character I drew with my own hands of the character that I designed for my own game.
God, that's funny.
So I was thank you for being so diligent. I'm going to go show the artwork on screen, actually, because I don't think I've actually shown the internet in general, so the internet gets to see. Yeah, it's on screen for the internet to see. So, I emailed them back being hey, so it is mine. I don't have a certificate of IP holding because that would be absurd, but I can give you a genuine photograph of the original sketch of the artwork if it would establish the fact that this is a thing that is mine. And then 15 minutes passed and I got another email being we're processing the order for you. I'm okay, good.
Nice. Good. You.
But the way my heart stopped when I sat down was like, it's going to be a good day. Oh.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm glad that I managed to draw something to such a high quality and have the design and branding on it feel authentic enough. We're like, this is clearly an established IP that is worth millions, and we need to stop it from being infringed. Like,
shut this faker down. Yeah. You got to be actually I am the manager.
But with that silly story out of the way, let's go play Jill O'Lantern. Did you find anything out about Jill O'Lantern before we get in?
There isn't too much that I know about Jill O'Lantern. I'm trying to remember exactly what put this on my radar. I think it is very possible that this was something that there was a point where I was looking for a lot of explicitly queer mystery games, given, at around the time when itch was like, oh god, we need to put all that gay shit away before the payment processors get us. And as I'm sure you can understand why that had me like,
yeah,
okay, cracks knuckles. And so this was something that I found first on itch, and now it is they put out a full release on Steam, and I believe the full release is also on itch, but this is
more accessible to retrieve it this way.
Yeah, I found it out through that process, and excuse me, it's very happy for them that they were actually able to bridge the gap from like, here is the first chapter, come tell us what you think, into, okay, we actually released the full thing. Because god, in my process of looking up visual novels, holy moly, there are so many of them that get a chapter out and then are like stuck in development hell for forever, which is extremely understandable. I would say most art is not finished, so I'm happy for them that they made it, and I'm hoping that it'll be a cool thing to dig into.
Hell yeah.
Shall we carve it up?
Let's do it. Start new interview.
Okay, good. I only had to click it twice.
Oh, popular YA media, you should be fine.
Yeah.
Please, take a seat.
Thank you, ma'am.
I would like to start by assuring you that everything you tell me will be kept in the strictest of confidence and will only be used or distributed as is absolutely required.
It was absolutely necessary to distribute this as a video game, please understand.
I need you to tell me the whole truth about what happened, no matter how horrific, unbelievable, or impossible it may have been. Can you do that? I don't know is unavailable. I guess it's the alternate route.
Yeah, I think that's actually kind of fun, of like narrowing the scope of what is possible in the demo to kind of give a little bit of teaser, like, ooh, I wonder what happens if you do that. I think so. My concept of what's impossible is pretty different from what it was 2 days ago, though.
Oh, that's a good sign, Miss Finala.
Yes, final girl, Miss Finala.
Hey, I love a Phoenix Wright naming convention. Can you state your full name? Oh, truly. So go ahead.
No. It's just as you saying that, I'm currently playing through the remastered Ace Attorney Investigations with some friends, and the fact that one of the victims of the cases is just called Dyed Man, so fucking funny. Oh my god.
Who they were as a person, super unimportant.
Do not matter. Like, you can tell that their role as a person is corpse.
It's like in how in Cluedo/Clue, the murder victim is a Mr. Body.
That's pretty good.
Hi Ari, how you doing? Can you state your full name, age, and date of birth for the record, please?
Oh.
Costume.
Vivian Victoria Finala, 20 years old, October 31st.
That was yesterday for you, wasn't it? This all happened on your birthday.
Doing okay, Aru. Happy to be sitting down for another stream. How are you doing?
Yeah, we're chilling today.
Yeah. Is that an action figure of me?
I like to use models to help understand events. I love wargaming, you know. Is that okay? My main faction is Space Marines.
Oh no. Sure.
Thank you. We can begin whenever you're ready. I mean, I love a video game that makes all the character models look like little minis being moved around.
Yeah. Well, where should I begin?
What brought you to the lake?
My roommate, Joy Rancher. My birthday's on Halloween, and there was a party out on Lake Shish Kebab, so she dragged me out there.
Oh, it's a full slasher film style deal, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Did you want to go?
No, but she said I had to go.
Take your time. There's no rush.
We went out to the lake. The party was okay for a little bit. Then, people started disappearing, including Joy. I went out looking for her, but I found some dead bodies instead.
How did you know they weren't actors or props? It was Halloween.
I'm studying to be a forensic psychologist. I can tell a real corpse when I see one.
I have a sense of smell. Yeah.
Or smell one.
Really? I wouldn't have thought there'd be much need to handle corpses in that particular field.
I've been taking some extra courses. Accidentally.
Well, what happened after you found the bodies?
I went back to the party to get help. Joy was still missing, but I couldn't go looking for her by myself with an unknown murderer on the loose. There was barely anyone left on the beach, and the people who were there were too far gone to understand what I was saying. Nothing I said seemed to get through to them. I figured they were all too drunk or high to understand me. I should have realized.
Like the drinks have been spiked. This has been premeditated. That tracks. Don't try to get ahead of yourself. Just keep going in the order of events as they happened.
Well, the beach was no good, so I headed over to the old abandoned ranger station that was nearby. Mark, the school quarterback, and his football friends had set up a sort of VIP area over there. I should have realized something was up when I went inside and found all of them completely sober. I tried to tell them about the bodies, but of course, they didn't believe me. They just laughed and said it was a prank, but I managed to convince Mark and one of his buddies to follow me back to the docks to see for themselves. It took 10 minutes of them messing with the bodies before they were convinced they were real corpses. After that, they agreed to help me look for Joy.
They didn't go back to tell the others or call for help.
No. Mark agreed with me that finding Joy was the most important thing to do at the moment. I didn't think anything of it at the time. I was too emotional.
That's perfectly...
Playmobil figures is a good call on that, yeah.
True. That's perfectly understandable, Miss Finala. Please continue.
Well, we found Joy's body pretty quickly. She was in the middle of a giant pentagram laid out on the forest floor a little ways away.
Okay.
While I was sobbing my eyes out over her body, a muscular woman with a jack-o'-lantern for a head walked out of the woods. Nobody recognized her from the party, and she didn't say anything. She just raised a blood-stained machete and started power walking towards us. Needless to say, we all assumed she was responsible for the murders and ran.
Not the best first impression.
Yeah, thanks for the zinger. I've had worse, actually. As we ran from her, we kept finding more dead bodies scattered around the forest.
Just in the trees.
There were some up in the trees, a lot of them that we nearly tripped over, and just corpses everywhere.
Did any of you try to leave or call for help during that time?
Love their kind of jaunty little adventure theme. This feels like level 1 of an old shmup. There's no cell service near the lake or any other working phone since the ranger station shut down, so calling for help was out of the question. We couldn't go back to town either because Mark lost his keys while running from the Pumpkin Woman, and every vehicle we found was wrapped around a tree with another body or two inside it. It's like a slasher movie mixed with a drunk driving PSA.
What about leaving on foot?
Hiking at night in that area is inadvisable at the best of times. The lake is surrounded on all sides by mountains, and Mark insisted that taking the road on foot would make us sitting ducks for the Pumpkin Woman. Given all the bodies, nobody felt like arguing with him. At first we tried barricading ourselves inside the ranger station, but after we told the football team about the Pumpkin Woman, they decided that setting up some extra security was a better idea. They had some innovative ideas. Unfortunately, the traps proved to be more lethal to them than the Pumpkin Woman. As soon as she showed up, most of the football players ran right into their own traps trying to escape. Or they fell off the roof and broke their neck while shouting at everyone else to watch out for the traps. It was utter chaos until Kenny ran out with a shotgun and blasted the woman right in the pumpkin.
Oh shit!
They should have said right in the gourd. That's such a missed opportunity. She shrugged it off with an echoey, spooky laugh, then grabbed the shotgun and broke it in two with her bare hands. We realized that whatever she was, she couldn't be human, so we ran. When we stopped to catch our breath, three of us tried to figure out what to do next. I said we should chance it and take the road back to town. Mark said we needed to find somewhere else to hide until someone came to save us. Then Kenny suggested that we visit the old witch who lived on the lake. I'd never heard of a witch on the lake before, but Kenny said he'd heard rumors about her at the party. We put two and two together and realized she must know something about the bulletproof pumpkin woman. Mark was against it at first, but he changed his mind when Kenny and I threatened to leave without him. We took a boat across the lake and trudged through the forest for a bit until we found her cave. The witch wasn't there, but she had left her spellbook behind on a table.
What is going on?
It's moving very quickly and in a direction that is like at once invoking so many tropes, but it's like invoking so many tropes in a way that feels like it's obfuscating where it's actually going. It was written in Old German, which is my second language thanks to my grandmother, and it was, very funny, and it was open to a spell for summoning a demon, which explained our pumpkin friend. As I picked up the book, pages flipped on their own to another spell, one that could kill the pumpkin demon. I should have questioned it, but I had a way to avenge Joy. That was all I cared about. God, I was such an idiot.
So you took the book to kill the demon?
That was the plan. But on the way out, we ran into the witch. Well, technically, Kenny ran onto the point of her magic knife. He melted into a puddle of goo right in front of our eyes. Even with all the carnage I'd seen that night, it was stomach churning. The sound, the smell, so many bad smells tonight. It was awful.
She had another magical artifact?
No, the knife was just another spell from the book.
I see. Please continue.
The witch told us that if we gave back the book, she would destroy the demon. Mark seemed willing until I said she was lying and she was the one who'd brought it here in the first place. The witch tried to attack me and take the book, but Mark tripped her and threw her into her own cauldron. We got out of there while she boiled to death.
I'm baffled. More by the interviewer now in terms of this kind of like retort, because does the interviewer know that all of this is like a plausible thing that can occur? Because I'm like, okay, Vivian is being unreliable. We'll explore this crime scene and find out all the bits and pieces of the story that are just misinterpreted or hallucinated. But the interviewer's like, yeah, absolutely. Board the witch to death. We're not arresting you though. A very grim fate for a witch.
I think you're missing an M there. Well, we didn't have any breadcrumbs to follow, but I needed to find somewhere with clear access to the sky to cast the spell. So we went back to the lake. We were about halfway there when we heard heavy footsteps following behind us.
What did you do?
The only appropriate thing to do when you're being stalked by a demon. We ran like hell.
Oh?
Camera angles? Are we gonna get some movement? Probably not, but
Like a Final Fantasy transition.
Oh, shit,
Oh,
okay.
wow. Mm-hmm.
Mark, wait!
What?
Are you kidding? That thing's right behind us.
Mark was the star quarterback, so I had some difficulty keeping up with him as he ran like a scared rabbit through the dim forest. I could hear the steady, rhythmic crunching of the underbrush through the demon's boots behind us. Its steps were even, unhurried, but they were coming closer and closer with every thudding step, like it could walk faster than I could run. I forced myself to push through the pain in my chest and sprint after Mark, but the footsteps just kept coming closer. Damn it! I'm the one with the book, you stupid... Oof. My foot snagged on a tree root, and the spellbook went flying out of my arms as I landed hard on the forest floor. I had the wind knocked out of me, but I pushed myself up and spat out some dead leaves as I looked around for the book. It landed in the shadows, but I knew exactly where it was. It was like it was calling to me.
Can you describe the book?
It was grotesque. The book was bound in pale white skin, and its spine was a real human spinal column, complete with ribs that sank into the cover of the book. Whenever I touched the book, it seemed to shift and pulse slightly under my fingers, almost like it was alive.
Interesting. Please continue.
Cruising, that's fair, but come on, everyone's gotta have hobbies, you know? I scrambled over to grab the book and heard something crashing through the forest ahead of me. God, I'm really actually liking the idea that this interviewer, they picked this interviewer because they were like, oh man, I can finally put my minis collection to good use. You have to put me on this case. I'm gonna have
Real.
so much fun
So
with this.
real. The realist.
I looked up and saw Mark running back for me.
Hey!
Hey, come with me if you want to live and all that shit. Let's go.
I saw his eyes dart over my head before growing wide with terror. I didn't have to look back to know what he had seen. I took his hand before he ran off without me again, and he half dragged me through the forest. We ran for a bit longer until we hit the docks that we had tied the boat to.
Hey!
Come on, just a little further.
I'm trying! When we reached the far end of the dock, Mark stopped dead in his tracks. I nearly ran into him and was about to ask what his problem was when I saw the answer for myself.
What the?
The boat we'd tied to the dock was floating nearly 30 yards away out in the middle of Lake Shish Kebab. The rope we'd used to tie it to the dock had been hacked apart by a familiar-looking machete that was still embedded inside the post. I felt the bottom drop out of my stomach as I realized why the demon had seemed so casual as it chased us.
Damn it.
Clever bitch.
Hey!
Can I ask how far 30 yards is?
30 yards is...
Like, is that swimmable? Or is that,
It's like 90 feet. And if the average person is like a little under 6 feet.
So 30 yards is... 30 yards is about 27 meters. Okay. That's swimmable. But, sure.
Yeah, it does sound swimmable.
I mean, Mark could definitely do that. Who knows if Viv can swim?
This book is our only chance at stopping that thing. We can't risk getting it wet.
Okay, then you stay here and I'll get the boat.
I think the escape plan ship has already sailed. We slowly turned to look behind us. Standing at the edge of the forest was an annoyingly self-satisfied looking pumpkin demon.
True, she chillin'.
She thought she had us trapped, but she was wrong. As she stepped out of the shadows, I felt the spellbook wriggling under my fingers. Power inside it thrummed through me, practically begging for me to unleash it. That's fun. It was almost like I could hear a voice whispering in my ear, telling me what to do, telling me to avenge Joy's death. I had my target, my weapon, and the perfect opportunity.
Okay.
Buy me some time.
What?
I only need a minute.
But...
Damn it! Will you stop being such a coward and be a man for once in your life?
What did you just call me?
I said you're a coward. But if you want to prove otherwise, then here's your chance. Just stall that thing for a minute and don't let it get onto the dock. Or run around screaming like a chicken and draw it away. But just buy me some time. Mark glared at me for a second, perhaps realizing how bad my bangs are, then adjusted the collar of his Letterman jacket and grabbed the machete stuck in the dock post.
Shade!
It took him a couple tries, but he managed to pull it free and nearly fell on his ass in the process.
It took us so long to grow out those bangs. Alright, I'll take care of this bitch, and then I'll show you exactly what kind of man I am.
He slicked his hair back and strutted toward the waiting demon.
He died immediately.
I tried to focus on finding the spell the book had shown me back in the cave, but the loud crunch of him being just immediately flattened it. No,
Come on.
come on, where is it?
Hey, freak face! Do you have any idea who you're dealing with here?
Marcus Andrew Martin.
My name is Marcus Andrew Martin, star quarterback of Cravenport U. And you'd best remember that, because I'm the one who's about to send you back to the pumpkin patch. In pieces. Small ones.
I did my best to ignore Mark's attempt at trash-talking the 6-foot-tall, 300-pound killing machine and focus on flipping through the book while not getting any paper cuts. I didn't want to find out what I might summon if I spilled blood on that thing, or what diseases I might contract.
Come on.
I know it's in here somewhere.
Aha!
And there it was. Tot den Morder. Which
translates to kill the killer, correct? I also have a grandmother who speaks German, or Old German, in fact. What sort of
I guess
spell?
maybe more like Tote den... Oh, whatever.
Yes, go ahead.
It was supposed to be a kind of divine judgment. If you cast a spell on someone who had killed a human being, then the wrath of the heavens would smite the wicked from the earth.
I see. A magical trial and execution rolled into one.
What?
You think you're tough, huh?
I tried to keep my focus on the spell as I began the incantation, but it was difficult.
You think you're tough, huh? What?
What?
You think you got what it takes to take me?
Mark was making it impossible for me to concentrate.
Oh, come on.
I have a really hard time focusing on anything when there are people talking around me. He was screaming so loudly I could have heard him across the lake. He was at least buying me time, though. The demon was still watching him and hadn't moved from her spot at the edge of the woods. Although I wouldn't say she looked exactly intimidated.
What?
We trashed the Del Toro Bulls, the Robtown Zombies, and even the Stephenville Kings.
Yep, checks out, I suppose.
and we're gonna crush you into pumpkin pie, you little freak. What?
I tried to block him out and focus on the spell, but he had started saying we instead of I, and it was really throwing me off. I was just about to yell at him to shut up when...
You're the Cravenport Slashes, and we're gonna slash you from here to...
The sounds of Mark's sudden sputtering choke forced me to look up from the book. He had his back to me, but I could see him tottering back and forth while he clutched at his throat. Dropped the machete and took a few staggering steps back before turning around so I could see him. His throat had been cut, but he looked surprised, almost confused.
I take it the demon had finally got tired of his boasting? No, he slashed his own throat when he did the gesture. Absolutely.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
No, she still hadn't moved from her spot. If anything, she looked even more surprised and confused than Mark was.
I don't understand. What happened?
I couldn't figure it out either until... She closed her eyes and slapped a hand to her face.
I'm afraid I still don't understand. What killed him?
In a word, hype. The Cravenport Slashers team slogan is slash you from here to ear. How such a violent and oddly phrased slogan survived past the 90s is a mystery. And that's why it's on Cold Cases, baby!
Whoa!
Mystery! But the phrase is always accompanied by jerking your thumb across your neck in a quick slashing motion.
Yeah. You don't mean...
It seemed Mark had hyped himself up a bit too much and forgot about the very real and very sharp machete he was holding.
Death by team spirit. Well, that's a new one.
Mark looked at me and reached a hand out as if asking for help. I have no idea what the idiot expected me to do. He just slashed his own throat. Couldn't exactly put a band-aid on it. He managed to take one shaky step towards me before falling to his knees and slumping over onto his side, still twitching and gurgling. I stared down at him for nearly a full minute as my brain tried to process what had happened. So many people had died that night, and I was honestly a bit numb to it by then. But seeing someone die in such a stupid way was... I couldn't look away. I just stared at him, shaking my head.
What about your demon?
She was doing the same thing, just watching and shaking her head. When he finally stopped moving, we just kind of looked at each other awkwardly for a second. Then she started stomping her way up the dock towards me. I turned my attention back to the spell and started reciting again. The thudding footsteps on the dock were significantly less distracting for me than Mark had been, so I was finally able to concentrate. This time, I could feel the power building in the words.
Can you describe what it was like, casting a spell for the first time?
Yeah, that sounds like a useful question for you to ask.
Schwöre die Macht aus dem Jenseits.
It was like there was an electrical current going through my body. No, more like puppet strings threading themselves through my bones. My German was a little rusty, but I remember there was a weird tingling sensation on my lips as I spoke. Like something else was shaping them into the correct syllables for me.
Blitztote murder.
The tingling grew stronger the further I read, and as it did, the words started to form more easily on my lips until I didn't even have to think about it. It was like I'd been saying the words all my life, or something else had.
Macht des Jenseits nicht mehr sagen.
As I read on, a powerful wind kicked up around me. It swept past me, but the demon was buffeted like she was fighting a hurricane, and it slowed her to a stop. Clouds started to appear out of nowhere above me, blocking out the light of the moon and stars. It is almost pitch black, except for the jack-o'-lantern face of the demon and the pages of the spellbook. I don't know if the pages were glowing or if I could see in the dark somehow, but the book wouldn't let me stop reading.
Soll der Blitz
I could feel myself losing control. part of me was scared of what was happening, but another part was, it felt so good, so powerful. God, I feel sick just thinking about it.
Go on.
Den murdered.
As I reached the end of the incantation, I paused at the last word to look up at the demon. She was only a few feet away, but struggling against the winds to keep her footing. I had been so terrified of her before, but seeing her like that, so helpless against my power, it was...
Miss Finale?
I'm sorry. I thought I was okay, but
It's all right. Just take a minute. If I may ask a question, it did sound like you were about to go and smooch the jack-o'-lantern. You said you felt like you were on puppet strings and that something was guiding your lips. Did it feel like you had lost control, or did you just give in and not fight it?
I don't know if I could tell the difference. I'm not a very strong person. Not in any way. It's so much easier and safer to just do as I'm told and let other people take care of things for me. When I saw Joy's body that night, I realized I didn't have anyone left I could trust. I felt adrift, alone. But then I heard that whisper in my head. It didn't sound like anyone in particular, but it felt familiar, safe. It was like I'd finally found exactly what I'd been looking for all my life. Someone else to just tell me what to do and...
Miss Finale? Vivian.
What?
We lost you for a second there. Are you okay?
Oh, sorry. I'm okay. I just realized something.
Which is?
I'm not really the same person I was back then. It's only been a day or two, but everything's changed, and I can never go back to being that person, can I?
Miss Finale, Vivian, what I need you to know is that none of what happened was your fault, aside from you murdering the witch.
Thanks for saying that, but I think you'll see some of it was definitely my fault. Although, I can't take all the blame. She caused a lot of problems, too.
You know?
Yeah, it really is a Nyoroen.
Your demon, you mean?
Yeah, my demon.
Well, let's continue then.
Right. Where was I? Oh, yeah. She looked more annoyed than anything about the winds, but I remember staring into her glowing eyes as I had brought my hand down and screamed the last word of the spell. The next instant, there was an explosion of sound and a flash of brilliant white light. I was blinded, but I could feel the raw power of the spell moving in slow motion. The bolt of lightning I had summoned fell straight down on top of her and missed.
Also, deep cut for just you and I and no one else. But hearing her say like lightning bolt in German reminded me of Calliope von Blitzschlag from the Strange Tales of Mainframe City Academy.
Oh man, what a delightful throwback.
What a rebellious young woman she was. A joke for two people. Well, four people, but yes. Missed.
Yep, it took a hard right turn at the last millisecond and zapped Mark instead.
Oh, because it kills people who have killed before? And because he's the most recent murderer in the room, as it were?
I wonder if the demon hasn't actually killed anyone.
The spell killed a dead man. Oh yes, because all the
Dying.
people who died, they died on their own traps, not because she killed them.
There were a lot of dead people in trees and shit
Oh
like
yes,
that.
but like in terms of what we've seen her do so far, while she's been like
Yes.
on screen. Yeah.
Dying, man. I'm pretty sure he had a little life left in him when the spell struck. Maybe it was just the lightning making his body do a little post-mortem jump.
But why did the spell pick a dying football star over a demon that had killed more than a dozen innocent people that night?
It'd be a while until I figured that out. I'm not answering that right now. That would gotta keep the suspense going, Nick's interviewer. All I could do at the moment was watch in stunned silence as the overpowering smell of ozone and burnt rubber from Mark's melting sneakers filled my nose. So many bad smells tonight. After a minute, I looked up from the smoldering pile of former football star to the inhuman killing machine standing less than 10 feet away from me.
Her body was banging.
Yeah, one thing I didn't put in the advertising for this is that the store page does say, like, visual novel about murder, mayhem, and a thick pumpkin girl.
Sure. I mean, you opened saying that you found this in the list of kind of like queer mystery visual novels.
That's
so
fair,
like,
that's
the signs were already there. The call was coming from inside the house.
I thought it was all over until...
Nice shot, Womatel.
Oh, I see. I'm up here.
What the? And that's when things started getting complicated.
Boo. Mm-hmm.
This sounds like there's about to be a rap that recaps what
Pumpkin
happened.
rap. Let's go. Oh, that's it. That's just the opening chapter is this little kinetic novel bit. That's cute. I guess the full game is more of a interactive
She's
visual novel
pumpkin girl
experience.
who killed a bunch of people. She might think that she's really evil. Did she actually kill anyone? You'll have to play and have a lot of fun. Come on. Yeah, no, that was very cute. What?
I honestly loved how silly that was. I mean, truly. And I don't necessarily dislike kinetic novels. I remember when, oh god, it was a very long time ago. I want to say in the kind of like mid to late 2000s. Oh no, there's more. That was the first time she'd spoken to you.
It was the first time she'd spoken at all. That pumpkin-headed smartass had been stalking me all night, popping up and scaring the living hell out of me without so much as a peep. And the first words out of her mouth were a lame joke about my aim. I had no idea how to react, so I just kind of stood there trying to make sense of anything. And failing.
Human.
Hello? Earth to human? You in there?
She stepped forward and waved a gloved hand in front of my face. I snapped out of my daze and jumped back away from her, not realizing that I was past the edge of the dock until my foot stepped down onto empty air. Ah!
Whoa, watch it.
Just before I fell into the water, she grabbed me by the arm, then carefully pulled me back onto the dock.
And dip me low. Easy there, human. Easy. You're probably still riding a little high from touching upon the forces beyond your comprehension and whatever. Just take a second to catch your breath. In fact, why don't I hold that scary old book for you? Looks awfully heavy.
She held out one hand to take the book while the other stayed gently fastened around my upper arm. I jerked away, careful not to fall off the dock again, and she let me go without resistance.
Yeesh.
Yeesh, okay. I was just trying to be helpful.
She put her hands up in front of her and took a few steps back in a pacifying gesture.
And what did you do?
I just stared at her like a deer in headlights while my brain started racing with questions. Why is this murdering monster suddenly acting so friendly? Doesn't it know that I just tried to kill it? Does it know it's been trying to kill me? Wait, has it been trying to kill me?
Human.
Human?
I realized I was just staring at her and blurted out the first thing that came to my lips. You can talk!
Oh, good. I was starting to get worried I wasn't actually vocalizing my thoughts.
Huh?
Huh?
I don't know how you humans do it all the time. It must have been constantly creating sonic vibrations. Constantly creating sonic vibrations just to communicate? Plus facial expressions, body language.
Oh boy, I have so many A-spec friends who can relate to you, monster.
Yeesh.
I mean, it's fun and all, but yeesh, talk about overcomplicated.
But
But if you can talk, then why didn't you say something before? Wait, no. Why are you killing everyone? Why didn't the lightning hit you? Why aren't you killing me? What's going on?
Huh.
Huh. Well, to answer your questions in reverse order, you tell me I don't want to anymore. I have no idea, and it's kind of my job.
Well,
As to why I never said anything before, well, it's because nobody ever tried to talk to me before now. Everyone's just screamed and ran away from me. They all just treated me like some kind of horrible monster.
what?
Just kidding. I totally am a horrible monster.
I like kiddling.
But seriously, there's not really much sense in exchanging small talk with someone when you're about to rip their tongue out, is there? Not that I've ever actually gotten to do that, but still.
Wait, hang on.
You know what? You're right. I have been kind of rude. We should at least introduce ourselves.
I'm Jack-Headed Jill.
I'm Jack-Headed Jill, prima donna of pain in the pumpkin patch and muscular mistress of the machete. Okay, chat, how many of you are down bad for Jack-Headed Jill already? Also, the contract demon summoned by the, thanks to you and your well-done boyfriend over there, late Witch of the Lake. Speaking of which, my contract is technically complete now, so I'll go ahead and take my payment if you don't mind.
Huh?
What payment?
Oh, the spell book, of course.
What?
The what?
The magical grimoire, bound in living skin, and a severed spinal column that you're currently holding. That is legally mine, Cruising BT's like, yeah. Which, you know, absolutely. Thick thighs save lives. Also, you might
I
want...
thought they normally were like splitting pumpkins with those anyway.
Oh, well. You just need to crack my hard outer shell, you know? That being my skull. Also, you might want to wash your hands. I think it's drooling on you.
What?
What?
Yeesh.
Yeesh. Okay, we'll try smaller words. Book, mine, not yours. Give me book. Understand?
The spell book? That's what this is all about? Dozens of people are dead, including my best friend. Also, you could get your mitts on this disgusting old book.
Best friend, you clearly didn't like him. Exactly.
Joy,
right.
not the-
Yes, true. She was fridged so quickly, I genuinely
so
forgot.
quickly. I do not blame you for forgetting.
Exactly. See, I knew you'd get it eventually. Now, be a good little human and give it here.
Good little human. I've lost everything tonight, and now this thing expects me to roll over and do whatever it says like some inbred spaniel. Fuck that. If this thing wants the book so badly, then it can pry it from my cold, dead hands. Actually, why isn't it prying it from my cold, dead hands?
Well,
Well, I was expecting you to bark like a dog, and you haven't yet.
And what if I don't?
I'll put a collar on you. Don't. This turns into Kakagurui so quickly. Don't what?
What if I don't give you the spell book? What happens then?
Ugh.
Whoa, is that smoke starting to come out of its head?
Look, here's the deal, human. Either give me the spell book or I'll be forced to take it by force. Aggressive force. Now we're gonna do this. Now, are we gonna do this the easy way, or are we gonna find out how long a human can live while it's being dissected alive? No.
No.
Oh, come on.
You can't take it from me, can you? I have to give it to you. It's some kind of magic thing, right? Right?
Thrice, damn it.
Thrice, damn it.
You can't do anything to whoever's holding this book.
Clever, but the same rules don't apply to any of your friends and loved ones.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Huh?
All of my friends are dead!
What?
What?
You killed them! Remember?
No, I didn't. I mean, there's gotta be someone left that you care about, right?
Not on this side of the country. And even then, I have a complicated relationship with my family, so...
Oh, come on. I can't go hitchhiking across the continent to look for someone you have complicated feelings about. I'm on a tight schedule here.
Good to know. Just face it already. You lost.
Ah, she's a herbo, I understand.
Human.
Human, I assure you, there is no scenario in this reality or any bordering reality where you do not. Give me that book.
I backed away quickly as she stared down at me, and the fire in her head turned a cool, icy blue. I tried to look away, but the flames were suddenly hypnotic.
That's it. Just relax.
I felt myself being pulled towards those flames, almost like I was falling into them. Her eyes seemed to grow larger and larger until they were big enough for me to go through, big enough for me to dive into that beautiful world of cool fire. And feel the fire, feel the flames cleanse me as they washed away all of my worries and cares.
Feel the flames, baby. Vivian?
I'm okay. It's just... It was different from the whispering before. It wasn't intrusive, just calming. It was nice, actually, now that I think about it.
I'm now reminded of you sending me the Anthology of the Killer last year, and the story about Tammy in the swimming pool, where at one point BB is like, "What's happening to me? Swim-boification?" I'm like, yeah, good. Very good joke. Now, repeat after me. I state your name.
I state your name.
Huh?
Wait, huh? But chuckling at my own lame joke was enough to snap me out of the trance.
Thrice, damn me.
This is why I never use glamours. Stupid, fragile.
You tried to mind control me.
Human.
It's called suggestion, human. And don't get too full of yourself for breaking it. Glamours have always been my weakest subject.
Subject.
The writer is a D&D player, I understand. Enough. I've spent the last 6 hours hunting down your idiot friends as part of a deal to get that cursed thing away from the witch. Then you go and throw her into her own fireplace. I earned that book.
Not my problem.
Ugh. Fine, you know what? I get the hesitation. I haven't made the best first impression, so that's understandable. But I promise I won't kill you, curse you, hurt you, or do anything else, but just leave once you give me the book. Okay?
Yeah, right. Like I'm gonna fall for that.
Oh, come on. I'm serious here.
Maybe there's something in this book I can use to send you back where you came from.
Oh, yeah. Let's play around with the soul-sucking evil book some more. Great idea, human.
Hey,
Look, we both know you can't control that thing. You're playing with hellfire every time you use it. You know what? Fine. Knock yourself out. Literally. Try another lightning bolt. Summon a tornado. Turn your head inside out. Have fun. I'll just get the book from your corpse when this backfires on you. Which will, by the way, just so you know. You're making this way harder on yourself than it needs to be.
I did my best to ignore her and kept searching through the book, looking for anything that might help me. Or at least something I could use to annoy Jill some more.
Good to have practical goals.
Come on.
Come on.
What kind of spells were in the book?
Tentacle attack and colossal suppository seem to be
Yes, I was
the
going to
two
say
depicted
spell
here.
to remove a leg, but also, yes.
Apart from Tote den Morder, I remember there was a spell for creating a storm, a spell for making crops wither or grow, an oddly specific one for making bullfrogs sing a cappella. You know, just a lot of general witch stuff.
Don't be essentialist. Was there anything particularly unusual that stood out to you?
Well, as I flipped past a set of instructions for brewing a potion that could make someone shit literal bricks,
Oh, well, there we go.
there you go. I found the spell for summoning a demon and binding it to the physical world. The same one the witch had used to summon Jill. Only the spell didn't include any way to send her back.
Strange. You're sure there were no instructions on how to forcibly banish a summoned demon? None at all?
Nothing aside from the demon breaking the contract. Though if the summoner broke the contract, the demon would get free reign in the human world.
Very strange.
Not as strange as what was on the next page. Instructions for how to make the perfect vegan chili. Right after the demon summoning ritual was a nearly identical spell, but this one was a ritual for turning a human or an animal into a familiar.
As I understand, it is using harissa paste.
There were no details on what exactly that meant, but the two spells were almost mirrors of each other. Practically identical, save for a few subtle changes here and there.
Interesting.
Yes, but the spell specifically stated it didn't work on demons, so it didn't do me any good. There's only one page left in the book after that. I remember swallowing and praying for it to be something useful. This had better not be a spell for turning me into a frog.
It'd be an improvement for you.
My heart skipped a beat when I read the word at the top of the page. No clip. Zeitreise, the German word for time travel. As I read through the spell, I felt hope building in my chest, and the book starting to come alive in my hands again. The whispers in my head came back, even louder this time.
human.
Human?
Hey,
Human, what did you find?
Zurück in die Vergangenheit.
I started reading the spell as she walked up to me.
What are you? No, stop. Human, do not cast that spell.
Ich beschwöre.
Jill continued to scream at me, but the voices wouldn't let me be distracted this time. Every bit of my attention was focused on the spell. I never felt so focused in my life. I felt a slight chill before, but this time it was like the book was draining the heat out of my body through those invisible puppet strings.
Bringe mich in die
I felt my limbs start to go numb as a piercing, needle-like cold bit deep into me and the winds began whipping around us again.
Human, stop.
Ich bin ein Berliner. No, human, that means you're a jelly roll. I could hear a voice reciting the spell, but it barely sounded like me at all. I couldn't feel my lips moving. It was like the words of the spell were echoing in my head and then spilling out of my mouth.
It isn't worth it. You have.
Young and hide!
The rest of Jill's words were drowned out by the howling winds of the small tornado that sprung up around me as I finished the last word of the incantation. Everything around me became a blur. The sound of the wind was deafening. Then I felt the storm close in around me and lift me into the air. The winds painfully pressed in on me from every direction, making my ears ache and my breath catch in my chest. I squeezed my eyes shut and tried to cover my ears with my hands, but this time I really couldn't move. Those strings were holding my body completely taut, draining the warmth out of me and lifting me up into the eye of the storm. I couldn't see, I couldn't hear, I couldn't even breathe. Darkness imprisoning me. All I could feel was the wind pressing in on me and the cold slicing through my clothes and cutting out what felt like little bits of my soul. My head started to spin. I couldn't tell which way was up or down or how high off the ground I was. Then, Germany, 1984, BC.
All right, everybody listen up. We've got a couple of events planned for tonight's party that I know you all want to get in on.
I figured when it was time travel, it's like, oh, okay, so we're gonna kind of like zero escape our way through murder evening.
Huh. Huh? It worked?
What worked?
Joy!
Oh my god, you're alive!
Hey,
Vi.
Vi, what's gotten into you? Get off of me.
I'd done it. The spell had worked, and I'd been sent back in time 6 hours to when I had arrived at the party. Joy was alive, Mark was alive, everybody was okay. I'd gotten a second chance to save them.
So, a second chance to kill the demon?
No. Jill turned out to be the least of my problems.
Chapter complete. Do we get a chapter 2?
Bye.
Oh, wow, we do.
Okay, we get a chapter 2. How long do we want to go with this one?
We've been going for about an hour now, so I don't know. I guess the demo is going to be much more framed as like a kinetic novel, like a linear type of thing. But
Yeah. Let me see if the demo
because you did
says,
say that you have like 5 different games on deck, so
Yeah. Wow. So in this demo, you get to play the first quarter of the game with
Oh.
limited choices.
okay.
I do not know how many.
Well, if this is
Okay.
like at least 2 chapters of the game, that feels like a pretty significant amount. If this is probably going to be another hour, yeah.
Yeah, and I am seeing that there's one Steam review on the demo that is 2.4 hours played. So I think we should put this one down here. Not
But-
necessarily out, not out of jail. Just we have hit the end
Yes,
of.
which means that we have the ability to use the rating system in a way that isn't just bailing.
Yes.
So what do you feel? What do you feel about this, Rafi? What are your thoughts?
Oh, I thought this was fun. It's not like. Unfortunately, this is not really my my type of schlock, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not. If I was the kind of person who's really into slashers and also a queer woman, then I would probably be.
If you were a Dead
and
by
also-
Daylight fan, you mean?
If yes, if I was the average Dead by Daylight player, don't look at how many hours I have in that. And
Oh, true, you have played that game.
I have. I played a decent bit, but mostly as the killer. Anyway, it's. I think this seems like a fun game, and it's not. I would not be opposed to seeing where this goes, but it is. I think it's the kind of thing where I'm like, this may not be my jam, but I would be happy to recommend this to someone else.
If they want a fun and spooky kind of game, this feels so. I'm not a cozy game player, And the tone of this is not a cozy game like the genre that has established itself as cozy game. But this feels like a fun game to go and chill and play on your own on Halloween around to kind of like, I want to play a Halloween themed game that isn't scary. Like this would be an excellent fit for that kind of experience.
Yeah, I think this fits into the idea of cozy horror. Yeah, I think that's a good call.
And while I think some of what I'm interested in, like narratively here, is who's the role of the interviewer here? Like,
yeah,
what do they want? Because initially it was like, oh, this is like a police report. In which case, the point where she was like, and I went to the witch's hut, like the interviewer would like stop them and be like, excuse you, this is patently absurd. Witches do not exist. But the way that he was like, and there wasn't any spells of that nature in this book. Interesting. It's kind of like, okay, all right. The fact that you are relatively normal about the fact that magic exists, and that's the part of this story that you're kind of like going interesting about rather than just letting her talk. I wonder who the interviewer is the big mystery that would make me go back to playing this game. I don't really care if they smooch or not.
Yeah, I also feel that way.
Voicing Jill-O-Lantern was fun though. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, and I did enjoy voicing the main character who I took me a little bit to remember her name was Vivian. So I think I am probably not going to pick this one up, but as I think we've said, this sounds like a good qualified recommendation.
For us, it is probably Clueless, but not necessarily for y'all. If you are interested in seeing where this goes, if you want to see, I am an enthusiastic encourager of the Monsterfucker fandom. Y'all are delightful weirdos, and I love how you are essentially creating this new era of kind of like fan content erotica that sits in a new interesting space from what, you know, internet porn made by fans looks like previously. This made with that in mind, the Dead by Daylight Dungeons and Dragons player that put this together, I am so surprised that the way that the text box is framed and the way that the pumpkin woman is framed, you don't see as much of her thighs. Like, they've done a good job. They made her significantly taller than everybody else, and they made the text box translucent so you can see them. But I was like, where are the thigh CGs? I know what you are. Live that life. Don't hide from us. That sequence in like a X-Men First Class where like young Professor Xavier turns to Mystique and is like, I want to see the real you. And she turns into a different white woman and she's like, no, the real you.
I know you're horny. Don't you try and run from this.
But yes, I think some people are really going to enjoy this game. I think it's really cute. Also, I genuinely like all the music choices they've included. I have a feeling it's all library rather than composed, but they've got some nice. I love a down tempo jam that you can talk over as a fan of running tabletop RPGs for the internet.
Yeah, I am nodding emphatically. Before we move on to what's next, I would love to take a speedy comfort break.
No worries. Let's go and take the opportunity to refill our pumpkin spice lattes, greet some trick-or-treaters, and when we return, that good furry shit. See you in 5.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, welcome back, everybody. While we were away, Cruising said, I would really enjoy this game myself. I might look into it myself, actually. Absolutely. You know, I think the way that our recommendations for things and the tone that carries for those is very solid to tell, because I know that both of us are quite picky about the games that we like. And I think we feel empowered on this channel to speak truth to power and say when we do or don't like things. The way that we were like, this game isn't necessarily for us, but we see the potential in this game and we can see why people would enjoy it, was a very different energy to no, jail, can't. Or like, oh yeah, we played this game that really wants to be Pokemon, and oh my god, it is so far away from the mark. I do not recommend this. So it's not either of those, and I think that is encouraging for the curmudgeonly bastards that we are. Also, hi Geeky Cassie, good evening. Swinging your legs, just chilling, just hanging with us. It's good to see you here.
Yeah, lovely to see you.
Let's go and what we're about to go and see. Let me get the thing on screen so it is visible to people.
Ooh, screen sharing.
Yes, that would also be a good idea.
Yay.
It definitely isn't the Canadian politics game Civic Story. Yeah. Hey, the fact that people were chilling with us as we went through that, y'all are God's strongest soldier. Absolutely.
Yeah, God bless.
Thank you for supporting us in this difficult time. But yes. Last week, this was one of the games in my selection for Steam's Next Fest. Not knowing how long any of these demos were, I only really played like the opening minute in all of them. So we only ended up going and looking at 3. And by the 3rd, I was pretty faded, so we didn't get very far. But this was on the list. Because it was marked as one of the ones that was like a mystery game. And I saw the key art of the kind of like, it's a very particular furry art style. And I was like, oh, this is a bit different. No, you'll see what I mean. It doesn't look like Mars Vice at all, where that has very much a kind of like, I was inspired by Disney in my early appreciation of animal characters.
The furry house style, as it is sometimes known.
This one's a bit more black sad. It's a bit more on the human side of the spectrum, but it's not as like chiseled, but it is as edgy as the description kind of like gives, which is all kind of like
is this fucking God, they changed the name of it.
So it's called Aim to Capture as it currently sits.
Okay, never mind.
It might be a different game. It might have a different original name, but you'll see what I mean. But in the process of like all these other games where I kind of played them for a minute just to kind of check how the dialogue worked. I booted this game for maybe 30 seconds and was like, okay, I need to actually do this on stream with you here. You can see it.
Thank you for bringing a member of the culture.
Absolutely, I support. Some of my best friends are furries.
I can't wait to hear what thing you think you have the past to say.
I would have no idea. Genuinely being, okay, what is a word that would be like a deep cut here that would be like, Caster knows. Caster is on the inside. We've had a discussion before where I know what a Sergal is.
I mean, listen, I was just wondering if you're going to tell me to yiff in hell.
Oh, sure. No, absolutely not.
Those days have passed.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. There is a warning. This game contains flashing and flickering, and this is important to read for just chat as well, flashing and flickering visuals that may cause discomfort, horror, blood, and mentally disturbing content, themes involving trauma, death, and mental health. If you're sensitive to any of the above, please consider carefully before playing. Do you still want to play?
Yes. I'm picturing if this is... I'm amused at the idea... Ooh.
Really?
Oh, that's
Wait,
cute.
maybe we didn't explain that quite right. Warning, this game contains furries. Still want to play?
Yes.
So I got that far and was like, all right, well, we did
That's
warn
very
you.
funny. That's really fucking funny.
First episode of a 4-part game, for sure. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. I assume the game just closes if you say no?
Oh my. Oh my. Oh, now that is a very... Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just... trying to figure out how horny this is already, and I'm really. It didn't. None of the content warnings were talking about.
No, and I'm
things
pretty
getting
sure that
bricked up.
when I looked at like descriptions and stuff, it didn't like mention anything in the world of like sexual content. I think it was specifically
The
like
worms of sexual content.
well, you know, depending on what you're into. But the world of sexual content, I think it specifically was like, there isn't any of that in it. It is dark as fuck though, so it's like, all right. But I love the visual style of this.
Yeah, and
love,
it's a nice menu music too.
love to be in a post-Danganronpa world where people are really playing with the idea of what psychopop is as an aesthetic.
Oh, I see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like the idea for. Since Cruising says, what happens if you say no? I like to believe it's like a porn site, and if you click no, it'll just open google.com. Oh, this is a good title track.
Did it take?
Yeah,
Hold on. Okay, there we go.
Oh, cute.
That's the game, not my own moving around.
Still cute.
Accessing virtual interface. My head feels heavy, like all my thoughts are fused into one sticky mess. All I can think about is my soft bed and my pillow, the one I can bury my face in and shut my head off. Silence. God, I crave silence. Meanwhile, the dispatcher keeps rambling in my ear, but my brain gave up trying to keep up a while ago.
I love the. Oh my god, there's so much. Sorry, I was. I'm looking at the
Parama,
signs.
yeah.
Yeah, fucking throwing Myrrh in there and a Paramore joke. He is definitely hot. Also, the odd one out on the side who is, I'm pretty sure that's a reference to a YouTuber who got big and then turned out to be a furry.
He's saying
Please
something.
continue.
Oh, also, while we're looking at the screen, you know me from the stuff that I've already done in like my artwork. I love using a colored halftone for highlights and shading,
Yeah.
and it's doing it here as well. So I'm like, good.
Yeah, this game looks good. Thank you for bringing this.
No, absolutely. It wasn't just kind of like, oh, I'm going to pick a thing with a furry in it because my co-host is a furry. I was like, also, this game looks cool. He's saying something about someone quitting again at the worst possible time. And of course, fewer couriers mean more deliveries for the rest of us. Business can't stop even if you're barely staying on your feet.
So, can you take a couple extra orders? Boss is gonna bite my head off if he gets slammed with bad reviews again for missed deliveries. So I gotta ask every courier to kindly take a couple more stops. Was that a?
That was an in as the text was rendering re-rendering it itself as he corrected himself. Yes.
That's cool. Oh, this is cool.
You know when I was saying before about kind of like visual novels, especially ones made in Ren'Py, you can tell this is made in Ren'Py because there's the menu options along the bottom, like all of them do. The lengths that people go to add kind of polish and style, not just in delivery, but flags and things like that. This is what I mean. You can get really in depth about making the experience like really clean. How should I react to this? Ooh. These are Bint's traits. You can use them to make choices.
What a name.
Later, you'll even be able to create even more trait. Bint is like a pejorative in British English.
Yeah, it's like a sexist pejorative, right? Man, what a choice.
Empathy or apathy?
Oh man, the art for so This feels like they're drawing maybe a little bit on Disco Elysium.
Oh yes, especially with the aspect, the abstractness of these. Yeah.
But it's doing its own thing too. God,
So like, I want to go with empathy here. I'm definitely the kind of person if somebody was like, "Hey, we need somebody to kind of cover it so we can get the job done," I'd be like, "That fucking sucks," but all right.
Yeah.
What happened to that guy who quit? He just started, didn't he?
Oh, no, nothing serious. Just a classic meltdown. Yelled at boss, tried to kill himself in the main office. Anyway, not our problem anymore.
Well, on schedules like these, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens again real soon.
Nah, this is an exceptional incident. None of our other couriers would ever do something like that.
You'll see about that. Where exactly was that main office?
Alright, enough chit-chat. You ready to work now?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Perfect.
As the call ends with a beep, I let out a nervous little laugh and lower the phone. Perfect. I want to die. I've had maybe 8 hours of sleep over the last 3 days.
Oof.
I look at the screen. 4 new addresses. My shift officially ends in 5 minutes, but no one cares. Not so officially. Sure, all the addresses are at least in the neighborhood, but damn. Every one of these little favors for the company just reminds me I should probably quit before I work myself into an early grave. Maybe I should find something easier, sign up for Superb Eat, work flexible hours, or whatever. But they won't hand me a company scooter, and I surely can't afford my own ride right now. Plus, they even give us seasonal uniforms here. Wait, was I just praising my own job? I let out a heavy sigh and rubbed my eyes. Time to get moving. 15 minutes later, I was standing by the store's loading area, picking up a few packed up delivery bags. Prehensile tail. What kind of animal is he?
Good question. Huh.
They weren't all that heavy, just more than you'd want to deal with at the end of a shift. I held them all in my hands and one on my tail, mentally checking if they'd fit in the scooter trunk. Somehow I managed to cram everything in there. A tight fit, but the lid shut with a soft click. Just to be safe, I gave it an extra push. I wasn't fully convinced it wouldn't pop open on the first sharp turn. I grabbed my phone, checked the order list, and picked the closest address. Just 5 minutes away. Small mercies. I got on the scooter. Good expression.
Yeah, really.
I got on the scooter, started the engine, and took a deep breath, and went on my way. On the road, I noticed the air had gotten considerably colder, and the dampness crept into my clothes relentlessly.
You think he's a binturong?
Ooh, that is a word
would
I
explain
have
the name.
heard before. Oh, sure.
Yeah, this is a creature native to
Ooh.
South and Southeast Asia.
It has the same
They
shape of
are-
ears and a big long tail.
Okay. Its scientific name means bear weasel. Okay, yes.
That tracks.
This makes sense to me. This makes
Yeah,
sense
yeah.
to me. I now feel better about the name Bint.
I don't think they knew.
I think he still think he should have been named Turo or something, but
It wasn't exactly freezing, but I guess that long warm autumn the forecast promised was a bust. Looks like I'll need my winter uniform sooner than expected. Oh, another cozy autumn game, looking at the
Indeed.
content warnings.
a good pick.
I gripped the handlebars tighter, trying to stay focused on the road. Ooh, panning audio. Soon enough, the first address came into view. A neat and quaint little house with a warm glow radiating from the windows. With a bit of effort, I fished the right bag out of my trunk. I had to dig around a little, pull one bag out, shift another around, but I got it in the end. The rest stayed where they were, hopefully. I'm realizing I'm talking in a lower and slightly quieter register. Is it still clear for everyone? Can I still be heard? Do I need to adjust my audio?
Sounds good for me, but I'm not on the stream, so
For sure.
please, viewers, let us
Chat,
know.
do let me know if I'm speaking too quietly, and I will adjust. I let out a sharp breath as I got to the door, trying to pull myself together and managed to smile.
Sounds good to cruising.
Good, thank you very much. I wasn't nervous, really, just the kind of fatigue that sticks to your bones. Every move felt like it took more and more effort. I knocked on the door and braced myself for a wait. After a few seconds, footsteps echoed behind the door, slow and steady, like the person wasn't in any sort of hurry. Muffled voices drove through the walls. The first was a woman's, sharp and annoyed.
Corey, someone's banging on the door again.
I heard, dear. Ain't deaf yet, no matter how hard you try.
Well, go on then. Tell him it's rude waking folk up at this ungodly hour. Decent people are all in bed.
That's exactly what I thought, which is why I'm getting the door. The footsteps grew louder and more certain, then stopped right in front of the door. At last, the door creaked open, and there stood an old man. Messy fur, eyes a bit wary, but there was no anger in them. He squinted at me, giving me the once-over from head to toe. For a moment, I thought I might have gotten the wrong house. Not like no one here was expecting a delivery. But the man glanced at the bag in my hand and lit up right away. Ah, you're here. If the missus found out I forgot to pick up groceries again, I'd be having a hearty meal of complaints instead of dinner.
Oh, man.
I mean, old man misogyny is just the energy, but we could be like, haha, well, it's here now.
So true, sir. Tip nicely.
I handed him the bag and finally worked up the nerve to say something now that I'd wrapped my head around the whole situation. Good thing you went with delivery. Otherwise that dinner would have given you heartburn. The man burst out laughing, loud and genuine at first, and then suddenly caught himself, quickly glancing over his shoulder to check if his wife had heard. He cleared his throat. Right, so how much I owe you? I froze for a second. Actually, you already paid online. All that's left is to take your groceries and make sure everything's there. He frowned and went still, like he was working out some complex equation in his head. Right. But hey, if you're in the mood to spend more money, your delivery guy does accept tips. He looked at me again, serious at first, and then suddenly burst out laughing again. No. You're funny, though. He took the bag, giving it a quick peek inside. All right, thanks. He smiled, shoved something into my hand, and shut the door right after, not giving me a chance to say anything back.
Gun.
Yeah, being friendly with customers often has advantages. This is a thought. Ooh!
Okay.
God, the vibes of this game visually is, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is a thought. Later, you'll be able to use it to create other thoughts and, more importantly, traits. Advantage. I opened my hand to see what he gave me. A mint. I sighed and slipped it into my pocket.
It'd be so funny if they just immediately changed that to being nice to customers is useless.
You know, I wonder what happens if you play this through with apathy. You still get the mint and be like, yeah, fucking piece of shit. I felt the tension ease up a bit, and then the voices came from behind the door again.
So, who was it?
That's just our neighbour, Donnie again. He stayed too long at the bar and got the wrong yard.
Oh, Donnie really needs to quit. Tomorrow I'm telling his wife and his mother.
Trying to get him killed. Walking away from their yard, I check my phone and mark the order as done. Just 3 left, and then I can head home. Alright, the next address isn't far. Maybe if everything goes smoothly, I'll finish before I pull all of my hair out. Who knows? Maybe tonight I'll get more than 3 hours of sleep. A nervous chuckle escaped me. You always were a kid at Bint. I sighed heavily, rubbed my eyes to shake off the fatigue, and climbed back on the scooter. It felt like it got even colder. The engine rumbled quietly. The scooter responded with a light vibration that ran through the handlebars straight into my tired hands. The air tonight smelled so nice, like something familiar. I suddenly wanted to close my eyes for a minute.
Oh no.
Or just for a second. No, bad. Damn! A sharp burning pain suddenly flared deep inside my eyeballs, and for a split second, something strange flashed before my eyes. Almost unreal. Like a fragment from one of my nightmares. Good thing I didn't hit the gas. Okay. No big deal. It's all fine. I just need a moment to pull myself together. Time to put your thoughts together. You're in Bint's reflection phase. Here, you can create new traits by combining thoughts together. Just try clicking one thought and then another. Some new thoughts will be dead ends. You can't make anything with them, but you'll get to see how Bint reacts to them. They'll be sent off to the Mind Vault, and you can check them out anytime. Every thought you gain outside the reflection phase can be turned into a trait. If you feel like you've discovered everything you could, just hit continue in the corner to exit the reflection phase. Good luck thinking.
Thinking time! So, I'm curious with this how, like, if you could put 2 of them together, are they both consumed? Or
So it seems that you can, from the way that I understood that description, you can make as many combinations as you feel are valid, and excuse me, and any thoughts that are invalid are just kind of like put to the side in like a completionist archive. Like, okay, we've thought about Nightmare. It's not pursued anything useful, but we've thought about it. I, like all video games where I get to kind of embody the character, I am so always about the kind of like, hey, let's try and do our best to work through what's going on in our grey matter, because that shit's hard to do. That's my power fantasy, is to have a character that gets to think through all of the difficult thoughts going around in their head and becomes a nicer person on the other side. Yeah. So I kind of want to combine advantage and connection and see if there we go. Influence. Oh, I see. It's just I now have that, but I don't know what
I'm really curious about Nightmare and Advantage.
Nightmare. Advantage. Ugh, no matter how much I dream, it doesn't bring back my will to live. I wake up just as drained as when I passed out, and the emptiness never leaves. Sometimes I just dream of getting help. I see. What is
numbness and
numbness?
connection feel diametrically opposed.
I wonder if it does anything though. Detachment. Oh, like the antithesis of connection, sure. What's numbness and advantage?
What's numbness and nightmare?
Interesting. I mean, I guess this is all about his head and how he connects these concepts rather than them necessarily being the logical connection of the two.
What about nightmare and connection?
Fear.
Sure. And you can't do anything with these.
Can we
words that are on screen,
sub-connect?
right?
Understanding and bravery. Oh, it does work. Cool. Let her have whatever she wants. Who?
Oh, that's cool that you can do these sub connections.
Understanding and influence. Oh, there's a lot of connections you
okay,
can have.
okay.
All right.
Wow.
What's detachment and bravery? Doesn't do anything.
I'm really detachment and manipulation. That feels dangerous.
Oh.
What
It
about
was a.
manipulation.
Oh, we can drag these around too. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Detachment and manipulation did a shake like it took damage, and it was kind of like, okay, a dark thought. Let's not have that.
What about? I wonder if so. Can you connect the like base level thoughts and the combined thoughts?
Sure, maybe.
Ooh. What about risk and numbness, or risk and bravery? Actually. Okay.
Didn't like that.
Risk and fear.
Didn't like that
Okay.
either. Connection and bravery. Oh, we got influence. Sorry.
That's okay.
Connection and understanding. Composure.
Bravery and
Composure.
composure?
fear. Oh yeah. No one's ever really safe. I figured that out a long time ago. How about composure in the face of fear? No, didn't like that. Any other connections we want to make? We can literally just go through all of them, but
I feel like there's got to be more that connects to Nightmare. Nightmare is such an interesting outlier.
Nightmare and risk? No. Nightmare and
Like,
bravery?
Nightmare and manipulation. Yeah. Oh, yes.
We watch horror movies sometimes, but I never thought real life could be much worse.
Oh,
Nightmare
okay,
and
that-
understanding? I see. So it's kind of like what is a nightmare scenario around understanding nothing. Sure. Sometimes nothing really works out. That's okay, I guess. Is there an advantage to understanding? No.
Is there an advantage to fear
No.
or risk?
Is the background changing very slightly more red as I make failed connections, or is it just like a good...
I think.
Oh,
I mean,
no,
it's-
no,
it
it
shifted
dulls
back to-
itself out when I...
I see. Huh. I think it's just gradually shifting between pink and red.
Oh, yes, we made composure that way, sure. Connection and composure? Nothing. Okay.
Yeah. Shall we move on?
Yeah, we'll hit continue. Yes. Thinking about the profits I missed out on. I think I'm not cut out to be an entrepreneur. Feeling a bit better now. Just got to keep moving. I'm running up to the next delivery. I was expecting the ability to then make one of the new traits, but maybe that's later. Rolling up to the next delivery, I slowed down and stopped right outside an old house with a long crack running across the facade. Almost every house around had neat flower beds or at least a couple of pots by the door, but here there was nothing. Just faded walls, peeling paint on the doorframe, and an empty yard that looked like no one had set foot in there in ages. I killed the engine, slowly got off the scooter, and opened the trunk to grab the biggest bag of groceries. I rang the doorbell and waited a few seconds, but nothing happened. No footsteps, no movement behind the door. Patiently, I rang again. Only then did I catch a faint sound. Someone was slowly approaching the door, but even then it stayed shut. I sighed heavily, gripped the bag a little tighter, and knocked on the door with my hand. A strange noise came from inside, something between a scared squeak and a soft sigh. "Hello, this is your grocery delivery." After a short pause, I heard the sound of a lock, a quiet click, then another one, and a third, followed by the clink of a chain. The door slowly, almost reluctantly, opened just a crack. Eyes peeked out from the gap.
You scared me.
How?
You could have been anyone. You kept ringing the bell so insistently. I thought maybe you were some kind of villain or maniac.
But didn't you order a delivery for this time?
I did. But what's that got to do with anything?
I had nothing to say to that. I squeezed the grocery bag a little tighter and carefully held it out. The shadow in the doorway twitched and quickly stepped back, wary of my movements. "Here's your order. Thanks for choosing Fast Delicious." From the darkness, a pair of slender hands slowly reached out. The fingers trembled slightly, but they took the order anyways.
Thanks. By the way, there's still a lot of people out there.
Right now? This late?
No, in general. There are way too many people on these streets, just wandering back and forth, wearing fake faces. So annoying.
Oh, is he prone to being gang stalked? I mean, I don't think this is a method of being to, like, indulge in.
Yeah. I know we did just get the thing of like, empathy to customers can give us
Yes,
advantages.
but also the idea of like, I also believe in your delusions is not a thing you should do to someone.
No.
Sorry, but I don't really care. Can you please just check your order? I'm dead tired and really want to go home. He looked at me with unexpected embarrassment, then seemed to be thinking about something.
Well, would you look at that? You're actually based. You say what you think, huh?
Oh, I don't like you. I didn't expect that reaction from them.
I rarely see anyone without a mask. I say whatever I want too. But somehow people never like it.
Well, are you saying those things on Twitter.com? Is the first question.
I think you mean X, the everything app?
No, I don't. Looks like they're just stalling. Getting kind of annoying. Sorry, I gotta go. Got a couple more deliveries. Just as I was about to turn and leave, they suddenly twitched forward, lightly touched my shoulder, and quickly stepped back.
Wait!
They stopped and turned around. They looked nervous.
I gotta check something. Something important.
They looked down. So, how can I help?
Actually, I'm afraid...
We trailed off, not finishing the sentence, like they were thinking it over. I'm no shrink, but hey, I gotta keep that app rating up. Are you scared of something again?
No, I'm afraid you forgot to put my barbecue sauce in. Pretty sure I ordered it.
Seriously? Sauce? I glanced down at the bag they were holding. I'm sure I put it in there.
Ah, there it is. Buried deep at the bottom of the bag. Though, the pack feels kinda light. You didn't take a sip before handing it over, right?
What? Of course not. And who even drinks barbecue sauce anyways? Or any other sauce? He stared at me like I just said something completely insane.
Weird question. Who doesn't drink it? What else are you supposed to do with it?
I barely held back a loud sigh. I seriously need a day off.
First time I've met someone who doesn't like barbecue sauce.
No, I do like it. It's just... Anyway, it doesn't matter. I have to go. Please order from Fast Delicious again. But better not.
You're weird as hell. Nobody told you that? Alright. Good luck. You'll need it, weirdo.
Before I could say anything, the door slammed shut. Yikes. Turning back to my scooter, I suddenly noticed fog rolling in. Pretty thick fog. I'm sure it wasn't there just a moment ago. Weird. I checked the forecast this morning and the app said it would be sunny all week. So after watching some online casino ad with a bunch of hot girls promising easy money, all I got was a lie. God, ads and a weather app? Fuck.
Oh, you... yep. The default Windows weather app has ads in it.
It would really suck to get caught in surprise rain and catch a cold now.
Thankfully, they're just like banner ads.
I pulled out my phone and marked the order as done. Figured I'd check the weather again too. After 30 seconds of waiting, the same message popped out about perfect clear weather. Full weather. Clear 68 degrees Fahrenheit. But it's way colder than 68 degrees right now. I yawned deeply, feeling the exhaustion hit hard. Then I got back on my scooter and checked the next delivery address. The next order's headed to the main residential area, same place I live. And the very last address seems to be nearby too. That cheered me up a bit. At least I won't have to haul across the whole city after my shift. I took a deeper breath of cool air, checked that the bags were still packed tight in the trunk, and hit the gas. When I reached the second to last address, I realized the road ahead had lost all definition. The fog got so thick that the visibility went to hell. The streetlights barely cut through the haze, turning their glow into blurry blobs. I frowned, breathing in the damp air, when suddenly I caught a faint but clear scent of oranges. Maybe one of the bags has a fruit pack in it. I glanced down at the order compartment, but froze immediately. I felt like the citrus smell was coming from me? Weird. That's a new one for overwork symptoms. I took a deep breath and pulled out the right bag. I stepped up to the door and raised my hand to knock, but before I knew it, the door suddenly opened on its own. Mouse. A sweet-looking young woman stood in the doorway, smiling kindly. A small child peeked out from just behind her robe.
Oh, you're already here. I just saw you through the window.
Ah! Fuck. That made me jump. I have to be nice. That's funny.
Be nice, Caster. It has advantages.
To be honest, I would have been nice anyway, but like... Here you go. Thanks for choosing Fast Delicious. I handed her the bag and she took it carefully. One glance inside and she turned right to the kid.
Look, Mickey, the flour and milk are here. Now we can make pancakes just like you wanted. Think we still have some chocolate syrup somewhere.
Yay! Pancakes! Well, not pancakes yet. The woman laughed and leaned gently toward the child.
Now then, Mickey, what do we say to this nice young man who brought us our groceries so late at night?
The boy looked up at me with wide eyes and took a deep, serious breath. Thank you so much for bringing the integrants. For the first time all day, a strange but warm feeling spread through me. I did not want to die in this moment. I mean, genuinely.
Yeah.
Was this that work satisfaction thing people always talk about? God, real. Some of the campaigns I've worked on is like, oh, this is a paycheck, versus like, I'm doing something that is of genuine benefit to people in the world and it makes it actually worthwhile to do. Real. Anytime. Suddenly, the woman reached forward and slipped something into my hand.
Here, this is for you. Thanks again.
She gave a small nod and gently closed the door.
Another
I looked
mint.
down. There was a bill in my hand. Whoa, a tip? It was the best moment I'd had all shift, but deep down, all I could feel was bitterness. I walked back to my scooter and shoved the bill into my pocket. I haven't thought about them in so long. Not sure why. Maybe work just drains me too much to think about that kind of stuff. Family.
Yeah.
I sighed, sat down on the scooter and started the engine. One last stop. Just a little more and the day's finally over. I miss them. We've said already, but game good. Game good.
Yeah,
I'm very impressed.
There's like a little bit of the character writing, which is hitting more of like okay than good in the sense of like the rando,
Oh, yeah,
side
you're
characters,
based,
but-
actually. But that's like... This is specifically being a comedy moment, making fun of a specific type of person, but...
Yes, yeah. And I was saying that to go like, however, I'm definitely enjoying the interior moments.
He feels
Even
like a
more catchy.
nuanced person, which is, with some of the visual novels we played previously, more than we can ask for sometimes. On the way to the next delivery, I spotted a 24-hour supermarket. Ooh, question. I mean,
Yes.
it's been a $5 bill, and the way that this has been framed has felt very Americana. Is it supermarket in the US as well?
Yeah.
Sure, okay. It reminded me that I needed to buy chocolate milk with the kitty on the label. Since it was conveniently on the way, I figured, why not stop by? And I
Cruising, that is very true. That, like, I did not know you could do most of this stuff in Ren'Py. It's pretty impressive.
It's very cool. I mean, Ren'Py's been through a fuck ton of updates since I used it last to make anything, but it's really cool that people are like there's one thing about, oh, we've made Ren'Py do a genre it's not built to do, but I think actually the process of like, oh, we're making a visual novel, but we are going to make sure that within our limits of, without having to 3D model or literally do full animations, just really squeeze a visual experience out of what the engine can do is pretty sick. I got off the scooter, stretched to loosen up my stiff shoulders, and stepped inside. I haven't done any yoga today. I need to do that before I go to bed. A quiet, slightly sugary tune was playing here. It felt like it was made to keep people aimlessly wandering through the aisles, lost in their thoughts. The cashier was slouched behind the counter, staring at the monitor like someone already asleep in their mind. Honestly, I had no idea how he hadn't dozed off to that music. I found the right section, grabbed the milk, and pulled the bill out from my pocket, eyeing it under the soft store lights. My mom used to give me the exact same amount for pocket money. Back then, it felt like a lot. I could buy almost anything in that tiny shop across the street. I even had a little ritual. So, Rafi, would you rather strawberry milk bunny daughter or chocolate milk cat son?
Oh God, what a brutal choice. God.
I mean, chocolate milk cat son, IMO, but
I know chocolate milk cat son would be, I think, a very handsome lad, and strawberry milk bunny daughter, I think, would be a very high achiever who may be more difficult to deal with, but I think she could accomplish a lot and would grow up to be a very beautiful and respectable person. So I think I'm going to go with strawberry milk bunny daughter.
understandable. Yeah, also, this is the most current meme you will get from me. I am old. First, I'd take forever deciding what candy was absolutely essential to try, and then almost every time I'd spend all of it on watermelon gum.
Yeah.
Funny how my priorities have changed. Coming to the counter, I instinctively waved off the usual bag question and placed the milk in front of the cashier. Next to him on the shelf, I spotted some discounted nut bars and without much thought, grabbed a couple.
Good luck out there, brother.
I didn't get why he said that at first, but then I followed his gaze. He'd noticed my delivery uniform. Oh, right, thanks. Good luck not falling asleep to that music.
Actually, when there are no customers, I switch the music so I don't die of boredom. But I have to change it back when people show up or my boss gets mad.
Maybe headphones would help?
Nah, no way. There are cameras in the corners. They catch me wearing headphones, I get fined immediately. They don't record audio, so we could be talking about robbing the store right now and no one would care.
You don't know if your manager can lip read. Why are you taking that risk? He quickly scanned all of my stuff.
And like the paneling on this looks nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's
The presentation on this is really just uniformly impressive.
it actually we've skewed the corners of the panel to kind of make it distorted, but still actually have it at the right size and ratio where we can fit the art inside sensibly. From having to do this kind of style for like stream layouts before, not necessarily easy. Gotcha. Well, good luck to you too. I quickly packed everything into my backpack and headed for the exit. I realize that I should probably stop at some point soon so we can get to game 3 because it's been another hour.
It does feel like surely there is a twist around the corner, but
We'll see what happens when he gets home because there's one delivery to do, so we'll move through that and see what happens. As I closed the door behind me, I wondered if I should have picked up anything else. But the moment I stepped outside, the atmosphere in the store changed completely. Yeah, he clearly wasn't joking. Just as I was nearing my scooter, my phone buzzed in my pocket. The sharp ringtone sliced through the silence of the empty street. Haley. Well, I picked up right away.
hey, big bro, what's taking you so long? You at a concert or something?
No idea how to even start explaining this to her. Sorry, had to work longer than I planned.
Hurry up, please. I found this awesome movie and I've been wanting to watch it with you. I've held off for like 2 whole hours.
Girl, the moment I get inside, I am going to bed.
Yeah.
Wow, 2 whole hours. Yeah, no wonder she's so worked up. I mean, we should not be mean to our sister, but also, I need to go to bed. Leave me alone. How do you want to react to this, Rafi?
I would go probably with empathy, but I understand if you're leaning towards apathy.
We will be nice to our sister. Right, we'll definitely watch it. Promise.
You're not gonna fall asleep halfway again, right? You'll miss the best parts in the ending, as usual.
Well, I can't promise that. Wow, it's really going for it in there.
Oh, by the way, did you get us our favorite chocolate milk? I already set out the cups with straws for us.
How old is Haley?
And I made popcorn in the microwave. It's a bit burnt, but still tasty. I already ate a third.
Haley is younger than 15. Yeah,
It does read that way.
I already got the milk. Just stepped out of the store. Because the opening of like, hey, big bro, could be like, I've watched too much anime where that like opening line could be somebody who is 30, but
Yeah.
this knows better than that. Yeah, I already got the milk. I just stepped out of the store. I turned my phone screen towards the supermarket to back up my words.
Oh, I was at a similar store recently with my friend after school. Okay, school age. But there's a rave party there, not heavy metal. All right, hurry home. I can't wait anymore.
What? It's What? What store? Haley. Well, give me 20 minutes. I'll try and be as fast as I can.
Claire's. But if you don't make it, I'll start without you.
And without the chocolate milk. Her face was priceless.
All right, then I'm definitely waiting. Bye.
I just shook my head, unable to hold back a smile. Finishing the call, I put the phone into my pocket, got on the scooter, and fired up the engine. The last house. Rolling up to the last drop-off, I barely noticed the world around me. My head was buzzing from exhaustion, eyelids sticking shut, my legs feeling like lead. I checked the address on my phone, looked up, and headed for the door, but suddenly, I bumped into something. Got pulled back a bit, and there was a passerby right in front of me. A white rabbit with a messy fur and a scared look. He seemed tense. We just stood there, silently staring at each other. Probably should apologize. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Was in a rush.
Yeah, no worries.
I smiled to ease the awkwardness, but the guy didn't relax. He's way smaller than me. Maybe he got scared? His gaze suddenly flicked away, ears twitching. Something wrong? He slowly looked me over, sizing me up.
You're going to...
Suddenly, he snapped his head towards the house where I was about to drop off the last package.
Have you ever thought about quitting this job?
I blinked. That blunt question caught me off guard. I wasn't even sure how to respond. Was he messing with me? I mean, yeah, but I still have to do my job.
I suspect that empathy is going to lead us to seeing where this goes, and apathy may
Oh,
get us
shuts it
shut
down?
off.
Sure.
But I could be wrong. I could be wrong, and if
I tried not to get offended. I'm not sure why you'd ask a random delivery guy that, but I can tell you meant it. And you look a bit shaken up. Is there something wrong? The rabbit clearly realized he'd said something wrong. He shrugged awkwardly and looked away. I guess I realize it was clear actually from the first time that we chose apathy that it's not a I disagree, it is a I don't care and I don't want to engage with the thing you just said, which, yeah, that's true. I should bear that in mind. He shrugged awkwardly and looked away.
no, sorry. It's just
He looked towards the house again.
you just look really tired. All right, sorry. It's none of my business. I get it. I gotta go.
And before I could even say anything, he turned and quickly walked away. I stood there watching him go. What was that even about? Then again, should I be surprised? I mean, so many weirdos a day, I barely notice people's quirks anymore. Aside from the barbecue sauce drinking, that really was quite extreme. I took a deep breath, trying to shake off the weird feeling, and I knocked as I stepped up to the door. My head was buzzing and my body was running on autopilot. Maybe I should take a day off? Fake being sick and call in. This job and the constant lack of sleep are driving me insane. I knocked again. Still, no one coming to the door. Maybe the customer's just shy? Or they forgot they even ordered something? That happened earlier today, actually. I was about to knock again when I spotted the doorbell and I gave it a press. Nothing. But the lights are on. Someone's got to be home, right? Maybe that weird bunny was the customer? I pulled out my phone and dialed the client's number. The ringtone echoed from inside the house, ringing out into the quiet evening. Oh, they are very dead.
Yeah.
And then, somewhere deeper inside, I heard a completely different noise. So, someone is definitely home. I frowned. Maybe they fell asleep and didn't hear it, or just don't want to answer for whatever reason. I raised my hand to lock now louder, but then another idea hit me. I could just do what folks in small towns do, shamelessly peek through the windows. I took a step to the side. What? I felt my foot step onto something damp. A chill ran down my spine. I slowly looked down. Blood. A dark, thick puddle spread out on the porch. I froze. Unable to move. Blood. Under my soles. It looked real. I swallowed, trying to catch my breath, but the lump in my throat wouldn't go away. The textbook shape has changed.
Yeah.
What happened here? I crouched down slowly, but didn't touch the liquid. That smell was unmistakable. Metallic. Heavy. Sticky. And the worst part, it smelled fresh. Very fresh. A smeared trail stretched out from the puddle, blotching the ground with dark spots and disappearing around the corner of the house. It was uneven, like someone had dragged something heavy, leaving messy streaks in the grass. A shiver ran through me. I should have turned around and left, called the police, done something. But instead, as if hypnotized, I quietly followed the trail of blood, disappearing into the tall grass of the backyard. My heart was pounding hard in my chest. I could feel that something terrible had happened. I walked carefully, barely breathing, afraid to disturb the silence that now hung around me. But as soon as I went a little further, I realized silence is an illusion. A dull, squelching sound was coming from somewhere ahead. The further I moved, the clearer it became. Crunch. Squelch. Some wet, sticky sound that made my insides turn cold. The wall of the house just ended a few steps ahead. Beyond it, the backyard. I slowly moved forward. Just before the edge, I carefully peeked around the corner.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God. Someone's lying there. I froze. My heart skipped a beat. Hard to make out the details, but I'm sure I see on the tile the owner of all that blood. Blood soaked everything around in dark patches, and his body lay sprawled in a painful position. Looks like he's still breathing. And it, a monster, hunched over his body. It was motionless. It was studying its victim. Smooth, dark with ragged outlines. Its silhouette looked like a piece of pure darkness. The edges of its form flickered like the smoke. But when I moved closer, I could make out long limbs pinning the poor guy. The squelching sound came again from the victim. This wounded guy was still alive. He wheezed as he drew air into his lungs, making a wet, guttural sound. This is my chance. What shall I do? Quick. Are you alright? God, this guy looks so bad, but it seems he's still alive. I need to figure out how to help him. I definitely can't just walk away, leaving him to his fate. But even if I can distract the monster, how do I quickly get that guy out of here without hurting him? What should I do? I have to do something. Monster is gone and that guy's lying there. I have to do something, right? I don't understand. My body is shaking. My fingers are cramping. It's hard to breathe. Too hard. Maybe it's stupid, but I couldn't just stand there and watch. I slowly stepped out from behind the corner, trying not to make a sound. Took a step forward. Feeling a chill ran down my spine with every move. My heart was pounding in my chest. My thoughts tangled. What in the hell am I supposed to do? I held my breath, forced myself to move faster. Hey, you. Can you hear me? The guy groaned and tried to get up. Now, closer, I saw his face. Terrified, sweating, a thin stream of blood trickling from his lips. Help! I will try. You have to move. You have to hang on. I quickly examined him. Deep wounds on his side, torn clothes, a pool of blood around him. Without medical help, he's not going to make it. His hand weakly reached out to me. I need to get out. Quickly. I was about to lift him, but suddenly his eyes widened with terror. I turned instinctively and... Well, irrational ending. Lethally stupid. Maybe now you'll start thinking about your own hide first, Bint. Hmm.
31%. That makes no sense. He'd never do that. We clearly need to run this again.
No, and it tracks the time that we did it and everything. Ah. So I also love Danganronpa 2.
Oh man, I knew we'd get there. I knew we'd get there in not too much longer.
Yeah, I was kind of like, hold on, how close are we to kind of get into the business? But what business? Okay.
What business we arrived at? Damn. Okay.
So, you know, I think my verdict feelings on this is pretty firm. I think this is a hot pursuit. I want to play this game. This game seems good.
Yeah, the full thing is not out yet, is it?
No, I don't think so. Let me go and link the store page for everybody so folks can also go and get a hold and play the demo.
That.
Yeah. Aim to capture. What did you think? What did you think?
I thought that was quite impressive. There were, I think most of my excitement, I think the presentation of it was really impressive. The writing of it kind of went between solid and fine. Mm-hmm. I'm certainly more on the solid side. There were some parts where I was like, oh, this is fine. There was no part of the writing that was like, oh, this is weak. There's nothing like that. I think the monster design felt a little conventional,
sure.
But still, I really enjoy the way that gig economy hellscape seems to be playing into the extra layers of the fact that its endings at the top right seemingly implying that you can play this demo and get multiple endings. That's pretty cool.
Also, I think the title screen music's different now that we've done the loop.
I think you might be right. I think you're right. Oh man. What happens if you click about?
Yeah, good call. Let me do that. Let me hide the verdict
also,
very briefly.
I swear I have seen the font that Options is written in, but I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, that's Orbitron, I think is that the name of that font.
Yeah.
Writing by Rosu and coding by Leo.
That's cute. That's very cute. What's for the left and right?
And more in depth.
I see, more credits.
Oh, sure. So it's a library, but it's from a pretty large library of people. More testers. Yeah.
It's funny seeing 2 typos in the credits page because it makes me realize I did not see any editorial mistakes in the
I didn't either.
in the actual game. So props to them for that. Yeah, this is impressive. This is like, I'm looking forward to what the actual I'm going to be keeping my eye on this one because it's pretty cool. Very good pick, Caster. Thank you for putting that down.
I mean, I'm glad that we got to kind of give it its own time. Sorry that it ate into your slot for this week.
That's okay.
But like, yeah, I wonder how I would have felt if this was the last game that we played last time, where I was already kind of my predisposition was kind of set by the last game that we had played. So if this was the third option that we picked, I don't know whether I would have been coming into this as open-heartedly. And I think it still would have won me over anyway, because this presentation is all very, very nice. But I'm glad that we kind of got to kind of give it a view with better energy, or just brighter energy. I'm less tired than I was at the end of last stream, you know? But yeah, that was Aim to Capture. Goodbye,
Very cool.
Aim to Capture.
Let's see. Okay, so
And overhaul.
I do technically have, like, I prepared a bunch of games, but I did not come in with the expectation that surely we will get through all of them.
I mean, you know, go with what your heart tells you. What if there's any that you've looked into and been like, this is the most interesting for me?
I'm going to check very okay. Let's see. I'm just taking a real quick look at the games that I prepared, seeing okay. Just trying to see, is there anything we can complete in this amount of time? Because I am seeing one of them is like, you have to play it multiple times in order to get the true ending. I'm like, that might take too much time. Another one is like, it takes 2 hours to beat. I'm like, ooh. Okay, well, I can probably do that one. And let me just check. Oh yeah, I can probably look this one up on how long to beat. Give me just a second. That 31 minutes for main story. Okay, well, why don't we hop into Demonology 101?
Okay.
I'm going to get
I just realized that I didn't really change what game we were looking at for the second, because that is the thing I have the ability to do, and maybe people were like, oh, it's incorrect, but that's fine. Can you remind me what this third game was called again?
Demonology 101.
Found it.
Cool. I am...
What an interesting box art. What a little guy.
Truly. And there we go. Okay, you should now be able to see it on stream.
Yes, we can indeed. And I'll watch on this end so I can get the audio.
And, I get to maximize it to make it bigger. How
sure.
nice.
And that's working as well. Demonology 101. A totally legit web about demons.
Yeah, that's interesting. That it is a web. Rules, the basics: summon demons, find out their name to control them, talk to the demon, and browse these pages. Demons don't know about this guide. Keep the secret. Take your time. Avoid any mistakes. Demons tell the truth unless their page says otherwise. Click confirm to say the name on the current page, and slay 5 demons to make your wish come true. Obvious, Captain of the Void will overlook. Okay, so I think from there, this is talking about Bill.
Just Bill. So we summon one essentially at random.
Or did I click summon on this one?
Maybe. Well, let's talk to it and see if it's a... Am I the first demon you summon? That's so sweet. You probably thought this was going to be a piece of cake, right? Hey, I won't sugarcoat it. Being a demonologist is hard. So clueless. This is like taking candy from a baby. Okay, so this is information that we can maybe determine who this is.
Let's see. Okay,
So they're a little
Joe-
patronizing, which is the
Yeah, let's see.
I'm trying to speed read these. Sorry, you're going a little fast.
Doesn't like being okay, not funny.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have a unique accent. I wouldn't say is bringing snacks. None of that is really scanning.
I'm gonna be a piece of cake. Hmm. Uh-huh. The younger of two siblings. Oh, so clueless. This is like taking candy from a baby. That's so sweet. It's all been sugar references. Sweet, cake,
Oh,
candy.
good point. That's a very good point.
So do any
probably
of these specifically talk about...
this
it's
takes the
not
coffee with no
Mogon.
sugar. Yeah.
Snacks, maybe. Maybe Sarah.
Let's see. Always follows
No.
E's with a second E. That didn't
No.
happen.
Mm-mm.
Don't think it's Bill.
Mm-mm.
Not really seeing anything here. Or
Mm-mm.
here.
Loves baking. Can't stop talking about
baking.
sugary things. There we go. We got it.
Yeah, there we go.
Confirm name. Wait, no.
Yes. Very, very good call on that. Very good call.
Since it looked, it was like, okay, each piece of dialogue is a clue. Hey, I was about to have a cup of coffee.
Oh god, I feel like I've seen one about coffee.
There's been
where-
multiple, so we're gonna have to narrow this down. Do they take sugar in the coffee or
Okay.
not?
Ah,
Yeah, I was up late at night watching that tennis match. Oh, we've seen somebody talk about tennis specifically. It's later in the run though. Later. Invite my big brother because he's a big fan too. Ooh,
perhaps,
maybe. No, it's a tennis
maybe.
champion. He was watching tennis.
Yeah.
Any sport other than ping pong.
Okay, yes. Drinks tea.
There's one that specifically is a brother.
Takes,
It's coffee with no
Okay.
sugar. Maybe. And
It's
such a big liar. Like, never trust that guy.
Interesting typo that may not be intentional, but I have to wonder if it's a clue.
Drink any other than water? No. So it's not this guy.
Oh,
But
okay. But this is
the
younger
opposite.
of two. Okay, so where's the other sibling? Oh, does it? Okay, it may not say. So,
I don't think Hamlet goes to bed early to see the dawn.
so
Younger
this
two
is
siblings.
okay. First, I'm wondering if
If we have a
I haven't
last
really been-
witness.
I haven't been paying attention to the title too much, so I'm just taking a quick look at. Okay, none of these are talking about. None of the titles were relevant to like Watcher of the
I
First Dawn
want
or
to know
whatever
how you
it
take
was.
your coffee, my guy. Okay. Huh. Magnificent Fridays. Hell's tennis champion. Will quote movies. Late at night. So yes, this is the opposite of Eorg. Because
Yeah, we just need to figure out who Eorg's sibling is.
Mhm.
Oh, the older of two siblings. Here we go. Okay.
You almost
Oh,
got my
shit.
name right this time.
Oh, okay. It just gives us a cooldown. Well, that's
So
nice.
I guess
thought
it
we were
is the
fucked.
other one then?
Huh.
Or did we like it's a like they're a liar specifically?
It does say they all tell the truth
Unless it specifically highlights that they are liars.
Yeah.
Can we look at Aarg again? Older of two siblings, likes playing for the piece on it, doesn't care about any sport other than ping pong,
Oh.
always tells the truth. So this is somebody
and
who
this
is
one always lies. This one always lies because they're the opposite of the one who always tells the truth.
right. So it has to be Aarg. I see.
Okay.
Gotcha. Ugh, this is troublesome. Oh, because it's the opposite of all of these things. Drinks coffee,
Yes.
stays up late. Right. Oh my god.
Oh my god, summoning without calling first is so vulgar. You should flee now that you still can. I had a rough week. I'm seeing double E's here. Who's the one with the double E's? there's a-
Elith, the Dreed of Heal. Jeez.
You're so sad. You should add a bit of green. By the way, I need to pee. Drank way too much coffee today. Oh yeah, this, I think.
You got it immediately.
No, I curse you.
Very clever to kind of hide it in the plausible words that have E's in them, though.
Yeah. Fun shape. Oh, hi there. Would you mind breaking that summoning circle of yours? If you free me, I could make you rich or super intelligent. Watch this. Okay, the robot? Maybe the robot. Where's the robot?
Math prodigy, big nerd.
Sometimes get confused identifying feelings. Okay.
I want to double check his math. Give me a second to put the calculator out.
Oh, good call.
Because I don't know if I'm being fucked with here. That feels like a really plausible lie. 567 by 876 is 496,692.
Ooh, okay. Very
So
smart.
that math
Good
is
call. Very
wrong.
good call. Okay, so who would... I feel like there was one that said, like, they will pretend to be someone else.
567 by 876. Yeah, I did get that right.
Not you. Here we go.
Legs pretending to be a different, failed at math school. Yep, goodbye.
This can't be.
We almost got gut. We almost got gut, but not
True.
today.
Oh, that's a fun shape.
You got 4 demons already? That's a good run, but it ends here. I love tennis and drinking my coffee with lots of sugar.
Okay, I mean, that's, where are they?
But it feels like it's got to be some additional tricks in here. They can't be straightforward.
Absolutely. I just
There's the
wanna
one
bring that
person
up.
who
So,
like loves tennis. Oh,
yeah, I'm just gonna go all the way to the end. Oh, did you see it?
yeah, I did. It's fine. Yeah. You passed it. It's after Elith. One more.
There we go.
And drinking lots, covered with lots of sugar. Which, sure, were you expecting some kind? Were you expecting some kind of silly clue like that? You're ridiculous. Give up. That little demonology guide of yours would help.
Okay, so yeah, this is
They shouldn't know that this exists.
That's a good point. Oh, demons don't know about the secret, but with the robot, who is
Not a demon. A demon and absolutely not a robot in disguise.
what do we think?
Huh. Interesting.
Let's take a
So
quick
the
look.
robot seems plausible. Let's continue looking, because there might be one that's just kind of like a Wikipedia contributor is...
That's pretty funny. Okay.
I do wonder what happens. Don't do it here, but I do wonder what happens if you try and confirm the name of one of the instructional pages in like a meta sense.
That also occurred to me. Oh, it's just grayed out.
Sure. Okay. Sensible. This isn't Void Stranger. We can't step outside of the rules like that.
Yeah. Like Demobot has one thing going for it. Doesn't look near at others. Not really seeing anything there. We already put that one away.
No. Of course, they make the last one tricky. Well,
Yeah.
4 demons already. It's a good run, but it ends here. It's very. Huh. Lord of Lies hates computers, doesn't even own one.
Just thinking about the, that little demonology guide of yours won't help, which could be a lie, but it's true that they shouldn't know about it.
Because I'm trying to see what happens in terms of. So it can't be ARG. Well, definitely can't be ARG because this guy's lying. So ones that specifically are talking about telling the truth. So yeah, that does actually narrow it down. It has to be one that's capable of lying, because all demons tell the truth unless this info says otherwise. Because otherwise they wouldn't be capable of giving a fact like that. Is my reasoning.
I guess to me, I could see this being spun as like, it's not a lie, it's just smack talk, but
I mean, sure. I'm happy to go with Demobot as a first kind of crack at it, but I have a feeling having a look at the ones that lie, if this doesn't pan out, is forget it. You won't guess my name.
I was wrong. So the ones that
specifically lie to you.
Let's see. Okay, not this one, not this one. No.
Bill is very interesting because this entry is so. So if you go back to Bill, like, this as an entry is designed to not really you.
This also reads like it was written by Bill.
You know? Because he's aware of the demonology, so he modified his own entry. Sure, that makes sense to me. Gotcha, bitch!
Okay. Nice. Okay, Caster, what should we wish for?
Ooh.
I wish for 5 more viewers.
Please, demons, I wish somebody would subscribe right now.
Yes.
The game reset, but I wonder if it'll be different things.
Okay.
No, okay, it's the same 5 every time. That's cute, though. I really enjoyed that.
Fun. That was good.
Even in that short period of time, it really made you do some lateral thinking about the information it gave you.
Yeah. No, that was great. Let me put that one away.
They shouldn't know about it. Keep the secret. Oh, which potentially he edited to give some additional weight off his tail. The demons don't know about the wiki.
Yes,
He does.
Yes. Oh, that's fun. Very much Death Note Shinigami adding in fake rules.
Mm-hmm. Did you
okay,
finish that? We talked about it, bits and pieces.
I sure did. I
sick.
sure did.
I should actually just finish it. I remember when I was talking to you about it, it was like, hey, there's a point where the OP changes and it becomes a slice of life comedy where L, Kira, and Misa just live together. And I was like, I hate this.
Which is like, I don't think I'd quite put it that way, but I don't know. Death Note, I think it's very funny to me how people recognize there's a turning point when the show gets bad, and the show does get worse there, but it didn't start good.
No, there. Give me a second to make it appear on video.
Down because it was loud, and getting the Vito Ninja.
This can't be real.
Cruising subscribe.
Your wish, here's a sub.
Yes, it came true.
It came true. Thank you, Cruising. Genuinely, that's very
Cruising.
sweet of you. Thank you very much. The deed.
Indeed, the deed. Can you feel the RPG Maker from the title screen?
Oh yeah. Also, I do love the color contrasting where on stream it just looks like heady.
Okay. I'm gonna be straight up. I do not remember shit about this game right now.
Love that for
So
you.
we're gonna get into it and find out what's up with the deed. Pilgrim Adventure. Is this game really old? Because that. Oh, of course we gotta play the intro. Okay. Oh wow, that is just a window.
Menu on ESC. All right. Hey, this might be built in RPG Maker 2003. We'll see what the sprites look like. Scotland, November 1945.
Ooh.
Oh. My name.
Do you want to take Mr. White Man?
My name is Aaron Bruce, son of Malcolm Bruce and rightful heir to the Dunshiel house. I have recently discovered that my tyrant of a father intends to disinherit me in favor of my deranged younger sister. My relationship with my family is strained, to say the least. I have decided that the time has come for my sister to be removed from this ghastly equation. I intend to put her out of her misery. Unfortunately, my sister never leaves the confines of Dunshiel House, which makes the matter more complicated. I have not visited the family home in quite some time. I can't bear to be in that hellhole for long. However, my presence on the night of my father's 50th birthday will cause no suspicion. I must choose the timing and method of the deed very carefully.
Title drop.
Tonight is the night. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Do you know how long this runs, by the way?
What I saw is between an hour and half an hour.
Okay. I have to step away maybe in about 20 minutes to give myself some time for the next thing
Oh,
I
20
have to do
minutes.
this evening.
Then would you like to save this for the future and we can
Oh,
cut a little
yeah,
early?
if it's a thing that we want to play through in full, sure. Let's get to a bit where we have like control to walk around so we see the opening and then we'll step away for the day. Sorry to call it a little shorter this time, but I want to give myself time to set up for a call I have after this. Bloody hell, George. Who is responsible for maintaining the gardens?
He used to be Big Jack Willis, He's been dead for almost a year now. I do a little here and there. Can't do much on account of my bad back, though.
My sister hasn't offered to help you then.
Miss Jennifer isn't really the outdoor type, sir.
I know, George. It was a joke.
Very funny, sir.
Let's go inside before the ocean comes to Dunshiel. Homecoming. Uh-huh. Oh, I guess moving around will be quite swift then.
Items of evidence and weapons. Only be allowed to pick up 2 objects from this house before dinner commences, so choose wisely. After dinner, you will have the chance to plant an item of evidence, if you wish, and then commit the murder.
Oh.
There are many ways to do the deed, but only the cunning will succeed.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a premise interesting enough to actually. Oh God.
Yeah! Truly a face that says, I love cocaine.
No, it's the answer.
Oh God, I did not even see that. Christ.
I mean, this is clearly the timeline that isn't. Yeah, yes, this is blasted wet thing off me. You're new, aren't you?
Sophia's my name. I recognize you from your pictures, Mr. Aaron.
And the way it's pissing down outside.
I'm not new exactly. I've been employed by your family for almost a year. It's just that you've never visited before.
I don't get along well with my family. My family and I have not been on the best of terms, as I'm sure you're aware.
I may have heard a few things which gave me that impression. I hope that it's all in the past now, at least. You're here now, and I'm sure you're eager to meet with the others. Your father's in the library on your left, and your mother's in the parlor, which is on your right. Your sister is upstairs in her room, I think.
And where can I find you, my pretty? Or if I want to join you for... Oh, it's just direct. If I want to join you for some pleasant company.
Oh, I will be in the kitchen preparing dinner. I'll sound the bell when dinner's served. Don't go.
To be honest, it does feel that if I'm about to commit a murder, having somebody on my side who can give me a reasonable alibi is probably going to be a reasonable way to proceed, in my opinion. Even if it does mean I have to be a gross piece of shit. In fact, if I was the designer of this game, I'd probably go and have one of the murders, especially since we're the culprit here. It feels like not being a nice person might actually open up more doors for being able to kind of lie around things. But still.
That's a good point. Okay, well, shall we...
We will step away from this experience
music playing. Yeah, consider this a little teaser for the deed. I think next time I have a second game that should also take about an hour and a half, so we can do a little...
I mean, I'm totally down for it being a combined episode, as it were, next time round or what have you. Yeah, I can find something. I can find something small to fit in the gap if between those two games it doesn't run for the full run.
Whatever works.
Yeah. We'll play it by ear. You know, the taking turns thing was just because we had separate lists of things to kind of like bring up, but it's not like there is a gun to our head being like, and you must take the turn.
Of course. I just figure we both have things that I'm sure we are excited to show the other.
But for now, let us prepare to move on. It seems that Max is online today, doing some Indiana Jones, and so let's go and pass the lot on to him.
Jonesing for some Indiana Jones.
All right, we'll have that going. Oh, he has more of a beard than when I saw him last. I have been your androgynous android late night DJ caster.
I have been your amazing agender avian co-host, Ravi the Owl.
This has been the Neoncaster Twitch channel, and we will see you next week for more melange of experiences on cold cases. Everybody, I hope you all have a delightful rest of your week. Until then,
farewell.